This morning, bipartisan condemnation and outrage after the assassination of an influential young conservative voice.
This is a dark moment for America.
Overnight, President Trump, who hours earlier announced Charlie Kirk's death, praising the 31-year-old's ability to energize a new generation of conservatives. But with the manhunt for Kirk's shooter still ongoing, the president casting blame on what he calls the radical left.
Violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible.
Vice President Vance mourning the loss of a friend, writing overnight, "When I became the VP nominee, something Charlie advocated for both in public and in private, Charlie was there for me." On the House floor, a moment of silence.
Please rise for a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family.
But underscoring the bitterness of today's politics, even that devolved into a brief shouting match.
The House will be in order.
We've got to turn the volume down. There's a lot of the people, I think, that find pleasure in stoking that fire, and it's dangerous.
Another measure of the moment, all four former presidents denouncing Kirk's murder. California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, who welcomed the right-wing activist on his podcast earlier this year, calling the attack disgusting, vile, and reprehensible, adding, "We must reject political violence in every form." But the frequency of these targeted political attacks is only growing. There were not one, but two attempts on President Trump's life last year. And this summer, a Democratic state lawmaker and her husband were killed in Minnesota. An arsonist also firebombed the residence of Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro on Passover. Two survivors of previous political assassination attempts speaking out. Former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords condemning Wednesday's attack as un-American. Louisiana lawmaker Steve Scalise, who survived a shooting at a congressional softball practice, saddened.
Well, even third world countries, you don't see that. It shouldn't happen.
Growing fears this morning, this latest attack is putting the U.S. on a dangerous course.
So, Peter, what else do we know about how the White House plans to honor Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, some of those ways of honoring him already underway. Shortly after learning the news of Kirk's death, the president ordered flags here at the White House and across the country flown at half-staff through the weekend at different chapters of Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, vigils overnight. There was another at the Utah State Capitol. Craig, I remember seeing Kirk here just a matter of weeks ago. He was close to so many members of the Trump administration, including, as we noted, the Trumps themselves. The president's son, Don Jr., referring to him as being like a little brother. There's certain to be more tributes to Kirk here in the days ahead. Craig.
Peter Alexander from the White House Force. Peter, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.